Today I'll be working my way up to a 10-second freestanding handstand, covering 3 basic starter drills for strength and 3 for balance. I know there's a lot of material out there on handstand drills, but these are the ones that I personally used to get a foundation for more complex presses and forms. I'll include timestamps in the video so you guys can jump around as you like, and let's get into it. Before you begin practicing, make sure you stretch and warm up your wrists and shoulders, and keep in mind that progress isn't always a straight line, and there's going to be some days that are better than others, but if you stay consistent, you'll be handstanding before you know it. So for strength, we're going to cover decline push-ups, plank, and handstand wall holds. Decline push-ups are just like regular push-ups. The only difference is that your feet are elevated. You can do this using a chair or a bench or whatever you have available at home. Raising your feet is going to shift your body weight forward, increasing the load and making your arms work harder. When you're doing your decline push-ups, make sure you complete a full range of motion, bringing your chest almost all the way to the floor, and make sure you can do 10 at full depth before moving on. Alright, next is plank. Now plank can be done on your elbows, but in this particular case it's going to be more useful for you to do it with your arms fully extended, like at the top of a push-up position, keeping a straight posture line along your back from your shoulders to your heels. Similarly to the decline push-up, the plank is going to build strength in your arms to lift your body weight, but it's not enough to just be able to lift your body weight up. To hold the handstand, you're going to need to be able to hold yourself there once you get into position, otherwise your balance is going to fail pretty quickly. That's about all for the plank. Just make sure that you can hold it for a full minute before moving on to the next exercise. Alright, handstand wall holds. So you're going to find a blank space on a wall that you can use. You can use a doorway in a pinch. Just make sure that if you do that, the door is locked, because I have had the door open on me during this, and it is one of the scariest experiences you'll go through. You can either walk your feet up or kick your feet onto the wall. Either way, you are going to have to get used to kicking your feet up eventually, otherwise you won't be able to do a handstand without a wall. Try and straighten your posture as much as possible over your hands, so as little weight is leaning on the wall with your feet as you can. Once in position, try and hold this pose for about 30 seconds before you walk your feet back down the wall or kick back down to the ground. Once you can do 10 decline push-ups, a 1-minute plank, and a 30-second wall handstand hold, you're ready to start training balance. So for balance, we're going to be covering the frog stand, the 1-footed wall handstand hold, and a balance point training exercise. So for the frog stand, you're going to start with your hands slightly narrower than shoulder width apart on the ground, and then touching your elbows to your knees, lean forward until your feet leave the ground. It's going to be a very uncomfortable position, and it's going to seem really awkward, but this is a really good basic and safe way to start training your balance. And it's a really good way to start training all of the movements in your fingers and your wrists that you'll need to make to keep your body weight balanced over your hands. Make sure you can do a 30-second frog stand balance before you move on to the more complex exercises. Okay, the 1-foot handstand wall hold. So, you're going to go back to the wall where you were when you were strength training, and you're going to kick your feet up again. This time, with your feet on the wall, lift one of your feet off of the wall, balancing all of your weight on your hands and just one foot. Make sure you can switch your feet, keeping your balance so that you're not twisting to one side or the other. Once you can do this for 15 seconds on each side, or 30 seconds in total, you're in the final stretch, and you've only got 1 drill to go. So the last drill is a balance point training exercise. You're going to stay on that wall you've been using, and you're going to kick your feet up as you have been. Only this time, you're going to try and stop your feet short of the wall and hold the balance in a handstand. Probably going to take you a few tries. You're likely to overbalance and hit your feet on the wall again, or underbalance and drop them back to the floor. In either case, practicing this against the wall is a much safer alternative than trying it freestanding before you're ready. Keep practicing until your feet can stop short of the wall and you can find the correct balance point to be in a handstand. I'd recommend that you hold this to 10 seconds a few times so that you're comfortable holding your balance point, and then once you're ready, you can move off the wall and start handstanding. hope these help you guys get started with your handstands, and if you have any questions, leave them below and I'll make sure to answer them as best I can. See you guys next time. Once you can, so you can either kick your do 10